Oh yes, it's Nick's pub quiz. It is. It's Nick's pub quiz. Ho! Oh! Terribly sorry I kept you waiting, team. We're on the wonk here. I'm trying to work out what I've done here with my tripod. I feel like we're all a bit on one side, aren't we? Let me just. Sorry about this. So you just can't get the staff these days. Got to work out what's gone on. Just come on. Let's just sort you out, shall we? I think there we go. That's better. It's all well rehearsed, this show, as you know. Welcome everybody. How are you? How have your weeks been? Welcome to your Saturday night Nick's Pub quiz. Lovely to be here once again with you. I hope you've been coping. I hope you've coped with a bit of the rain and the change of weather that we've had. It's sort of reminded us, I think, of the fact that we're in lockdown, really, hasn't it? It's been one of those that I think while we knew we could go to each other's gardens and socially distance and sneak to see parents and those kind of things, we could sit. Now it's all a bit rainy and I'll be like, oh, we could sit in our house again. I thought this bit was over. So if you're struggling with that, you're not alone. I had my own meltdown yesterday. I shared it with my Twitter friends, and many people came back and said, oh, the tiniest things are setting me off. So if you've been struggling with a little bit of that, then you're not alone, clearly. Thank you to those that got back to me on Twitter, all those people that were like, I've been feeling awful since I lost my favourite spoon, and other unlikely things like that. Anyway, I hope you are all well. Good to have you here. I can see quite a few of you checking in already. I know that Emma and the Team Chesham Doggers are all together dressing up as cocktails. Very good. Happy birthday to Mark and all of those people. People saying I'm very blurry today. Am I? Hopefully I'm not too blurry. One thing I might be, to those of you that have got the connections that can cope with it, is a little more HD, because I've upgraded my phone and camera, so you might be able to see a little bit more of my pretty face than normal. Just before we get going, well, obviously a cheers. I'm on a bit of draft beer, because I went to the Wheat Sheaf in Tooting, and they're doing growlers, so I've got a beer. Ooh. Cheers to me regulars. Cheers to me newbies. And we'll run through the teams in a second. If you are new to the parish, we'll do 40 general knowledge questions. We'll have a couple of diploids in there. Some people will explain what those are when we get there. We will do some name the years for music. We'll do some lyric rounds. You'll come up with a team name and put it on a piece of paper. And more on that jingle later. But that's how you enter. We'll mark it all together. We'll have a little drink of it at half time. Those of you that are aware and have got your ingredients and your bits and pieces, maybe you've practiced your gin sour. A little bit more of a special one, isn't it? The gin sour required a little bit more work. I wouldn't know. My beautiful assistant does it all for me. But look, you're all here. So many of you with your wonderful team names: of Wild Stallions, Mark Pusley, and Hal Liesel Quizzle. I mean, there've been hundreds of you coming through. So listen, great to have you all with us. A couple of thank yous just before we start. Thank you to Ruth Robinson for the lovely message on Twitter yesterday. Just Ruth, you and Andrew, I know, have been playing along. That message really meant a lot. So thank you very much for getting in touch. Also, Joanne Ferguson would like me to give a big shout out to their son Max. Max, happy birthday, turning 15, I understand. So I hope you're having a good one among the circumstances. I've got another one. Thank you for doing this. It's been a fixture on Saturdays and has kept me in touch with my UK friends. I'm in AZ from the Pond Hoppers and Raja, the best dog in the world. And then Maria Hay, my family and I play your pub quizzes on a Sunday as we're spread around the world: UK, Switzerland, Singapore and Seattle. That's a good spread, isn't it? So we can't do them live. We pick a random one each week and it gives us much needed family time. Thank you so much for giving us something to look forward to each week. You are very welcome. That's Maria, Matt, Angela, Norman, Ali, Dave, Gavin and Amy. Thank you all for playing all over the world. That's fantastic. And a shout out to Trish and Paul from Jersey. Now this is a good one, team, or not if you're Trish and Paul. They have been stuck in a yoga retreat in Rishikesh near Nepal, and they've been there since the end of February. They often do the quiz a day late, but they've not managed to get home. So I'm guessing one of a few things are happening here. Either they are the most zen, relaxed, bendy, supported they've ever been, or they've proved that no matter how long you spend at a yoga retreat, you can still be really stark raving mad. So I wonder which of those it's now become. Hopefully not too many are having I've seen a few messages, some of you having issues with the feed, but hopefully it is holding up. One now big special thank you. Because if you've seen any of my Twitter feed, you may have noticed, just before we get started, thanks for your patience, team, Jackie Cowdrey, who is part of the Peels Apart gang, and thank you to Holly Peel for helping this come along. She's an artist. She does very good bits and pieces. You check out her Instagram, check out her website. She does an awful lot of very, very good stuff. She's enjoyed the pub quizzes so much that she's worked on a piece of art for me, and within it are all the little bits and pieces that basically signify what Nick's Pub Quiz is to all of us. So have a look at that. How amazing is that? Now, what you won't be able to probably quite tell out of all of that is up in the corner there, we've got a plane, which the trail says Oslo. The gay goose is wearing a little heart that says Tom in it. There's tons of it. It's on her Instagram. I've tried to share it. I've put it in my story in bits and pieces. Jackie, thank you. Team, look what we've created here. We've got people like Jackie creating amazing little bits of art to just, you know, remind us all of the time we've spent. Okay, let's get on with the main business, shall we? By the way, has anyone turned the fire on or put the heating on? That's a bit bizarre, isn't it? We've had the driest, sunniest, warmest May for a long time, and now it's winter. Excellent. Hello to many of our regulars, to the Wandsworth Winos, Oval Invincibles, the Cumber Noddies, the Devon Oldies, Team Very Waggy of Tail. Hello, Fee from Frome and Somerset. Dan and Kazza, the O'Gradiators from Cambridge, the Sear Greeners, the Pickney Perrys, the Hertfordshire Massive, the Team Rainbow Nottingham, the Galway Girls, the Mango Lassies, the Lockdown Legends, every single one of you who are doing such a good job of coming back here every time. The Margie Bargies, of course, as well. The south of the river courgettis have turned on the heat. Yeah, see? Some of you are on heat and some of you are not. Lager and a growler. Quite happy about it. Makes me feel like I've been out. Heating's on in High Wycombe. There you go. So we're nearly ready to get going. So just a reminder, we'll do the Nick's Pub Quiz selfie in a moment. That's where you'll gather around your TV, your smart TV, your laptop, your thing, and we'll take a little picture all together and you'll stick it on social media before we get started. But don't forget that if you are new here, the answers don't go in the chat. You write them down on a bit of paper. Wrong answers only in the chat, and we know a little song about that. Don't put your answers in the chat or you're a bit of a twat. It's Nick's Pub Quiz. That's right, it is Nick's Pub Quiz. Don't put your answers in the chat. The jingle, Texas, the jingle. Okay, the Darlow Dimmies are ready. Winston the dog. Hello, Winston. Winston. He's a good boy. We're almost there, team. Shall we just do a quick Nick's Pub Quiz selfie moment? Hello, Caroline, my beautiful assistant. My beautiful assistant Tom is here as well. Caroline's doing all the bizzo for me. And the Sandbag, hi Nick from the Sandbag Sandpipers. Can you shout out the Cobham crew? Of course, Cobham crew. This is some of the I think the people are using the special chat business here, aren't they? And if I've missed that, then thank you, Caroline, for alerting me to it. Next pub quiz selfie time. Are we ready? Let's lean in. I'll do a little pout for you in case you want to do the kissing faces again. We'll take our next pub quiz selfie in 3, 2, 1. I think we got it. Well done, everybody. Well done. There'll be a bit of news for you on Nick's Pub Quiz coming at half time, but Caroline will hold that until half time, shall we? In the meantime, hopefully you've popped a team name at the very top of your sheet, because that's the best way that works. It's really just for you, of course, but you want to just share it. Put it in there. We won't swap papers. We will swap papers. Who knows? Let's play Nick's Pub Quiz, shall we? Eyes down for a full house. Question number 1. What is the capital of Finland? What is the capital of Finland? How quick is your hair growing back? I know we nearly dropped it today, actually. We very nearly did. Ran out of time. Always run out of time when it's quiz day. I think there are only 18 hours in a normal Nick's Pub quiz Wednesday or Saturday. So question 1, the capital of Finland, please. Shout out to Mum and Dad Sergeant. All right, Mrs. Rowe, consider it done. Question number 2, what's the currency of Vietnam? Question 2, what's the currency of Vietnam? Hello, the Marley or Marley Mad Dogs, either one. Jenny knew without even quizzing her geography whiz of a son. Kieran, good evening to you. Although, Kieran, you've slightly missed the point now, haven't you, dear? Answers on a bit of paper, all right? People researching the obscure currencies, and I've gone, countries and capitals. So question 1, the capital of Finland. Question 2, the currency of Vietnam. Question number 3, the tallest building in the world is located in which city? Evening, Laura Cusack. Kieran's in a timeout because he put the answer in the chat. Don't put your answers in the chat or you're a bit. I think we know. Question number 3 then. The tallest building in the world is located in which city? Suzanne, when you post your first photo with me, you pop it on a social media platform, hopefully. I'm at Nick Heath Sport on Twitter, so you can tap away at Nick Heath Sport and put hashtag Nick's Pub Quiz. That's how I find them. Or you can do the same on Instagram, just hashtag Nick's Pub Quiz in your photo post on a story or on a feed post. I've not been really searching it on Facebook. I should actually, because I'm sure there are a few on there. Yeah, that's where you put your hashtag Nick's Pub Quiz picture that we took. Very good. So that was question 3. Oh, Janet, buffering's killing it, is it? I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I don't know if there's an awful lot we can do. Question number 4. As Emily says, a shout out to her mum Claire. First time we've done the quiz live for a couple of weeks. She's a nurse and works nights. Well, there we are. Honoured to have your company. Question 4. Bush, long-haired, brown and black are all types of which animal? That is question 4. Bush, long-haired, brown and black are all types of which animal? On my new camera, I think my new camera's a bit wide, isn't it? Do you want to come a bit closer? There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? I can see you now. Yes, I can see you copying. Nana Joan is 100 today. That is amazing. Not too close, Jodie. Not too close. Question 4 then. Bush, long-haired, brown and black are all types of which animal? Shout out to the Epsom little donkeys. Little donkeys on a dusty road. Question number 5. I'd like you to name 2 of the 3 nations that are co-hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So just 2 of the 3 nations that are co-hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2026. 2 of those that slip the most greenbacks under the door. Probably. Sad news, team. My Bose speaker took a little tumble off the chair as I was getting set up, and then I couldn't turn him on. Tragic scene. We've had him years. We call him Bosley. He's one of the family. So we're on Tom's stereo speakers tonight. You can let me know if it's better or worse. I mean, they're big, but they might be too much. So question 5, name 2 of the 3 nations co-hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Question 6, hopefully you've had some time on that one. Can you have an extra point for free, Glenda? No, it's just showing off that. Question number 6, what does the drink acronym IPA stand for? What does the drink acronym IPA stand for? Happy 21st to Steffi. The Barbar's here in Wrexham in our new Nick's Pub Quiz t-shirts. Where's me? Yeah. Because there was another brilliant photo submitted earlier that I need to try and find, if I can. To Andy and Kelly, by the way, thank you for sending. Oh, I missed that. I missed that in the chat. Something's gone on. Oh, here we go. Paul Wharton. Paul Wharton. I've got to shout the family out here. Look at this effort, everybody. They're all in Nick's Pub Quiz t-shirts. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for your support. The Door Whartons, in the door brackets, Sheffield Whartons. Nick, you're joining live from lockdown in Chelmsford. Can I get a shout out to the Bigs and my cousin Kelsey? Hayley Halfpint. Thank you for joining me. So that's what does the drink acronym IPA stand for? Question 6. Question 7. Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix show? That was Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix show? Naomi, did you do the Doddy Weir quiz yesterday? I am going to be hosting one of those in a couple of weeks. And no, I haven't nicked my questions from there. Why? Are they similar? That would be entirely accidental. Tony's pissed again. Brett wants a shout to Jack and John from Bridgewater. Question 7. Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix show? Rocky's in the house. Rocky Clark, England's most capped ever rugby player. In Mum's garden doing the quiz with her. Oh, Shirley Clark. Hello, my dear. Nice to have you both with us. Thank you very much. Also a shout out to Hector, Jenny and Liz Clegg from Tom. Cheers, team. Thanks for playing along. By the way, Rocky, I mean, with your old history, you should be playing with the Chesham Team Doggers, really, shouldn't you? Question number 8. Which word can come before plate, loose, and fall? That's question 8. Which word can come before plate, loose, and fall? Mark's shouting at everyone in Vicarage Close in Shillington who's doing Nick's Pub Quiz. Oh, the idea that there's whole cul-de-sacs doing this because everyone's told the neighbours, we're taking you on. Love that idea. Brilliant. Thank you all for being here. Nice to have you all with us this Saturday. Are you going to have a gin sour with me? That's the cocktail, isn't it? Did you follow the link to the recipe? Did you find it? Did you get the ingredients? Have you got Angostura bitters? Did you find a way? Beautiful assistant had a trial run. I wasn't really allowed to try it. So that was question 8. Which word can come before plate, loose, and fall? Hey, Dee. Hey, Diane. Lovely to have you here. Question 9. Glossectomy, I'll spell that in a minute. Glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part? And I shall give you a clue. It's located in the head. So glossectomy, gloss, as in Gloss, glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part? And my clue is it's located in the head. I'd not heard of it. Maybe you have? Jack Kimbrinsky from the Tooting Massive. Big up! So, ordered some food from the Wheat Sheaf, specified a time, Wheat Sheaf, Tooting Beck, South London, keep up. Went in, they've got wines on shelves, they've got fresh produce, they've got beer stacks, they've got all sorts. They sell you a growler, £7.50 for the growler, and then you fill it up with whatever draft you want. And then you can keep coming back. Keep the growler. Brilliant. Those pubs with an off licence that are thinking outside the box, coming up with a new way. It's like a kind of walk-in deli cum boozer. In the circumstances, pretty good, I'd say. Well done, the Wheat Sheaf. So that was question 9 about a glossectomy. Question 10. Which Stephen King novel takes place mostly in the fictional Overlook Hotel? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Aren't Dead are here as well. That's it, Caroline. Glossectomy. Good. Well spelled. Question 10. Which Stephen King novel takes place mostly in the fictional Overlook Hotel? Big shout for me online beautiful assistant, Caroline. There for your question repeating needs. She's officially a moderator, she is. I gave her that power some weeks ago, and she wields it well. Some restaurants in Toronto are selling groceries as well as doing takeaway. Excellent. Good for you. Question 10 then. Which Stephen King novel takes place mostly in the fictional Overlook Hotel? Question 11. I'm aware that when I just freeze, you're like, oh God, he's gone. Question 11. In which year did Twitter launch? In which year did Twitter launch? I'll give you some choices, shall I? Why not? I mean, it's a Saturday. 2006, 2007 or 2008? Yes. Which year did Twitter launch? 2006, 2007, 2008? Someone's asking what a growler is. It's like a beer hod. Get 3 pints in, certainly in the one that I've got. Although I do remember in my teens, I think we decided growler could mean something else. And then Madge Bishop joined, was it a netball team in Neighbours? And played for the Growlers. And that made it very entertaining for all of us who decided what a growler might mean. Keep it clean. Andy's asking 4 or 4. You've got him anyway, yes. That was question 11. In which year did Twitter launch? 2006, 7 or 8? Were they the grey growlers, Rob? Yes, I think they were. Well remembered. Question 12. Gouda is a popular cheese originating from which country? Growler's a pork pie there, is it? Well, there you go. Where's here, by the way? I mean, I can't remember where your heres are. Is the third question the same as last night? Blimey. How funny. Gouda is a popular cheese originating from which country? Shout out to the Armstrongs and the Notleys. Will you get half a point either side for the Twitter question? Not when it's multiple choice, my dear, no. You certainly get no points if you say 2009 or 2005. Yes, Paul. Yes, Paul. A growl is a type of beaver. Quite. Question 13. Elon Musk, not an aftershave, Elon Musk is the CEO of which global automotive brand? That is, Elon Musk is the CEO of which global automotive brand? It's question 13. Elon Musk is the CEO of which global automotive brand? This is so hard, says Laura. I think there's a good mix tonight. Shout out for Boudica and Albie in Wendover. Good old Buckinghamshire. Jackie, we've done every quiz, but we've never been on the chat before. Happy birthday to Dennis. Happy birthday, Dennis. I know that it's a relative minority on the chat. So to all of you, again, I think I may have said this on Wednesday, but it's worth saying to the Saturday crew, to all of you that are taking part in Nick's Pub Quiz regularly, and I never hear from you. Maybe you're never on the chat. Maybe you can't even afford to contribute. You are just as blooming welcome as everybody else. And you may have been here every week, and it's just something you like doing. If so, thank you very much. Lovely to have you along. So that was question 13. Elon Musk is the CEO of which global automotive brand? Can some people not do chat? Well, Mark, some people do it on a smart TV, in which case you get rid of the chat. You've just got my pretty face and Gay Goose and Hoglog filling up the screen. What do you need the chat for? Question 14. Which artist painted the Mona Lisa? Question 14. Which artist painted the Mona Lisa? Andy wants question 9 repeated. That's glossectomy is the removal of all of or part of which body part? Shout out to the Trustfold posse. Oh, Nikki, that's us. We're here every week with Roger and Brenda. Hello, Roger and Brenda. Roger and Brenda, with every respect, it's the sort of couple's name I like to write on wedding guest books when you wouldn't have been there. So maybe I'll pop you down next time. Everyone has a guest book. It's nice to just put in Cynthia and Peter, for example, and always write such a lovely dress, something like that. Just so that when they go back through their guest book, they go, who was that? Were they your mum's friends? Can't remember. It's good. That's question 14. Which artist painted the Mona Lisa? Question 15, Dirk. Biggest heartthrob in Sweden. Cheers. Not for long if you keep pulling that face. Question 15, in Harry Potter, who or what is Fluffy? In Harry Potter, who or what is Fluffy? Now, Caroline's very kindly shared my PayPal link there, which is how this works, if you're new. Kind of think of it as a quid per head. I'm coming round the pub with me jar, stick a quid or two in it for you and your table. PayPal.me/rugbymedia. You can just drop a few quid in there, and many of you regularly do, and it is much appreciated. Yes, Hannah, technically a lot of the characters are Fluffy. I was thinking that as I read it out. In Harry Potter, question 15, who or what is Fluffy with a capital F? Birthday shout out to Ferdinand Rushton. He's grown into a strapping young lad. Bloody marvellous. Question 16. How many events are there in an Olympic heptathlon? How many events are there in an Olympic heptathlon? Shout out to the Burrows family from Bertie. Sinclair's in Newcastle might become the growling Sinclairs. Peels apart in the house. Thanks for the shout out. Mum was delighted. Oh, Holly, you're very welcome. Extraordinary. Amazing. I am genuinely so blown away by that piece of work. What a piece of work. In a good way. Okay, question 16. Repeat of that. How many events are there in an Olympic heptathlon? Have you been studying the periodic table? Have you? All right then. I've gone a bit lower down the table now for those of you that have been doing some serious studying. Question 17. What is the chemical symbol for plutonium? Yes. Question 17. What's the chemical symbol for plutonium? Shout out to the crackhead pigeons and the wee willy winkies. Big up, cheers to all of you who are sporting a bit of Nick's Pub Quiz stash tonight. Well done. Yes. 17, the chemical symbol for plutonium. Ooh. I would never have asked that week one, but some of you keen beans know the score now, so let's put that revision to the test. Yes, all right, Rebecca. Yes, to you and Jake and everybody. Just shush now. All right, question 18. Have you got that chemical symbol? Question 18. Which actor links the following films? And I say actor in a gender-neutral way. Thelma and Louise, Ocean's 11, 12 Years a Slave. Thelma and Louise, Ocean's 11, 12 Years a Slave. I want the actor who links those films. Devon Oldies are warming up, Edward tells me. That's good. Latest news coming in now. You join me live as the Devon Oldies are starting to rack up a few scores. Ella Fashoni, they're playing the Whistlers. They are. The Moffat Mafia as well. Kieran, you're back, are you? You're going to play well? Let's see how long you last, shall we? That's question 18 then. The actor linking Thelma and Louise, Ocean's 11 and 12 Years a Slave. It's brightened up now, isn't it? Anyone else in London in Tooting have the thick old rain? Whew. Richard's just received his Spaniel Speedway mug for his birthday. Whoa. Fabulous. I hope you enjoy. Diane is doing the quiz, who helped design that. Well, helped. She did it all, basically. Clever little thing. Alison, we've had potassium a few weeks ago. Not to say I'm not used to repeating the odd question. Don't know what you mean. Question 19. A coven, C-O-V-E-N, a coven is a collective name for a group of what? A coven is a collective name for a group of what? Hello from the Whiffins. That is question 19. A coven is a collective name for a group of what? Some of the loveliest signs of your commitment to Nick's Pub Quiz and to contributing is the amount of you that clearly start your evening, you're sort of having your dinner or whatever you're doing, and some of you are contributing. I get notifications coming through like, oh, and there's £3 and there's a £5 and a tenner sometimes from some of you, amazing. And you're just like, we're getting our registration in early. It's like you're settling in for the night. You're doing your admin first. It means a lot. It's very good of you. Okay, so 19, a coven is a collective name for a group of what? And then 20, which southern Italian city is usually credited as the birthplace of pizza? Are they a bit hidden for you tonight, these two? Shall I... There we go, there's a little bit more of Gay Goose for you. Oh dear, there we go, look. The whole thing's gone to pot. So that's question 20. Which southern Italian city is usually credited as the birthplace of pizza? Excuse me. All right. So, if I'm not mistaken, those are your first 20 questions for your Saturday night Nick's Pub Quiz. We're going to go through the answers now. Yes, your first 20 questions will have answers. Quickly scribble in those last little bits and pieces if you think you can get something in there. Jackie, just give it a rest. Copy paste, shout me out, I'm losing my mind. Sorry. Just relax. Saturday. We will go through the answers for those 20. Then we'll have a drinkable. The cocktails will arrive. If you've got a gin sour to make, see if you can make it as well. Or at least shake it up, because I think my beautiful assistant's done a bit of pre-prep, because it's not his first rodeo. Then some pub quiz, some Nick's Pub Quiz news coming shortly after the answers. So let's run through the answers then for your first half of Nick's Pub Quiz. Swap your papers, here we go. Question number 1, the capital of Finland, Helsinki. Helsinki is the answer to question 1. Question 2, what is the currency of Vietnam? It's the Vietnamese dong. The Vietnamese dong is what I wanted for question 2. Question 3, the tallest building in the world is located in which city? It's Dubai. Dubai, question 3. Question 4, bush, long-haired, brown and black are all types of which animal? It is rat. Thank you, Laura Cusack. Dong. Rat is the answer to question 4. Question 5, name 2 of the 3 nations co-hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They are the USA, Canada and Mexico. So if you put 2 of USA, Canada and Mexico, give yourself a point. I'm just going to say a point there because I fancy it. So 1 point there. If you got one of them, give yourself a half. If you got all 3, feel very smug. But it's 1 point for 2 of USA, Canada and Mexico. Question 6, the acronym IPA stands for India Pale Ale. India Pale Ale, number 6. Question 7, Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix show? We finished it recently. I raved about it midweek, I think. It's Sex Education, the brilliant Sex Education. Answer to question 7. Question 8, which word can come before plate, loose and fall? This is the moment I like your wrong answers. It is foot. Foot is the answer I wanted there. Foot plate, footloose and footfall. Question number 8, your answer. Question 9, glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part located in the old head? It's the tongue. Glossectomy is removal of all part of the tongue. So that's your question 9. Question 10, which Stephen King novel takes place mostly in the fictional Overlook Hotel? Of course, it's The Shining. Give yourself a point if you put The Shining. Question 11, in which year did Twitter launch? 2006, 7 or 8? It was 2006. A little earlier maybe than a few of you might have thought, but 2006 was the first one out of the traps there from your multiple choice. A, if you were going on an ABC. Question number 12. Gouda is a popular cheese originating from which country? It's the Netherlands. The Netherlands, your answer to question 12. 13. Elon Musk is the CEO of which global automotive brand? That's Tesla. Tesla, give yourself a point. 14. The artist who painted the Mona Lisa was Leonardo da Vinci. Question 15. Fluffy was a 3-headed dog, like Cerberus from memory. 3-headed dog is Fluffy. Question 16, the number of events in an Olympic heptathlon is 7. 7, your answer to question 16. 17, the chemical symbol for plutonium. Who got that one? How did you revise? Did you get plutonium? It is Pu. Pu PU is the answer. Well done if your revision got you there. Hannah says, I can hear Tom. He is in already. Good work preparing Mijin Sour. I look forward to seeing some of yours in your maybe your Nick's Pub Quiz selfies. Question 18 then, nearly there, towards the end of the first half. Answers. Which actor links the following films? Thelma and Louise, Ocean's 11 and 12 Years a Slave. It is Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, well done if you got that for number 18. Question number 19. A coven is a collective name for a group of what? It's witches. A witches' coven. Question number 19. And 20. Which southern Italian city is usually credited as the birthplace of pizza? Naples. Apparently, the internet tells me. Naples. If you've got Naples, give yourself a mark. Those are the answers for your first half of Nick's Pub Quiz. Let's have a jingle while Tom can mix a cocktail. What are your scores then? Devon Oldies 15. Apparently Lucy's 19 today, but Simon's mentioned it about 400 times, so I've removed him from the chat. 18 out of 20 there, 17 for the Bognor Bronzos, Gradiators 15, 14 for the National Rians, 16 and a half Quiz Team Aguilera, 19 Let's Get Quizzical, 15 in Cambridge, 14 for the Bar Proppers, 17 out of 20 for Team Rainbow Nottingham. My beautiful assistant's getting exhausted shaking with gin sour. 17 out of 20 for Lethal Quizzle. 16 for the Virginians. If you could see his body, oh God. We've got a Goose 2 with 12. 19 Claire Varga. Always a high score from the Varga. 16 for the Bigsies. 15 for the Cumbernaudis. 15 for Grace Brothers. 15 for Newton Roadies. 15 for the Cornish Inquisition. Diddery Dodderers 17. 15 for Titan. Mo Musk 11. 20 for Dog's Dinner. That's good. 16. That was naughty. And who else have we got there? 18, It's Always Hot in Fresno, California. That's like a horse's name, isn't it? And coming up on the outside, It's Always Hot in Fresno. Yeah, good. Happy birthday to Vicky Quinn, by the way. Gay Goose Gobblers 13. And Ella's still putting arse in the chat, and I've had enough of it. Crackhead Pigeons 14. Liz Partridge 16. Perry Stanford 20. Don't know where that came from. Very, very good. Bash Street Kids, just a couple of sad emojis there. So well done. The scores continue to come in. JP John Parry, our off-the-wagon friend with our recipe and ingredients, 15 out of 20. Well done, team. So while my beautiful assistant prepares the cocktail, got a bit of Nick's Pub Quiz news for you. Lovely. Nick's Pub Quiz is approaching its 25th quiz. What's happening here, says Eve. It's fine, we've just got the cocktail being made here. It's not that I'm pregnant, Mark, but thank you for your close attention. We're approaching quiz number 25 on Wednesday. Our Wicked Wednesday crew, all of you that can join me midweek. I know some of you can't, some of you are working and things like that. But we are going to make Wednesdays our last Nick's Pub Quiz for a little while. I need a break, basically. I love you all. You were all absolutely wonderful. You've kept me ticking over. You're bringing me revenue and all sorts of other little bits and pieces. But I just need a little bit of a break from Wednesdays and Saturdays being on my mind and things. Lockdowns, pressure for all of us in different ways. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm not going to tell you exactly for how long because I don't really know. It might be a week, it might be a couple. But I just need a little bit of time off. I'm going to not work either. I've kind of been non-stop since lockdown began. Just a bit more shaking going on. Look, it's lovely and seeing loads of you saying no. But what I have done, which I said I would do, is I've created a MailChimp link where you can put your email address in and it will give you the chance to put that in. MailChimp will save a list. I don't need to worry about GDPR and selling all of your details to hideous companies. And it means that I can then just process a quick email out, which is the only time I'll use it, to basically say, we're going to be back on Wednesday or Saturday, whenever it is, and that will likely be in a week or two or something like that. So thank you to those of you that understand and saying that I need a bit of time. I just do, just a little one. Think of it maybe as this is the sort of end of a series, like a Graham Norton chat show. We're sort of, if only I was up there, but if only we were, you know, that was the kind of thing we're doing. So so it's just going to be, you can do something else with your Saturday maybe if you want. But listen, thank you so much for all your support. We've got another one on Wednesday, but the link to the MailChimp thing is in the chat. And my beautiful assistant, Caroline, is also going to pop that in the chat at some point. I can't keep up with the warmth of comments that are all coming in from all of you. Thank you so much. We are a little community here. It's been amazing to build it up. There we go. There's the MailChimp link that Caroline's just put up for those in the chat. It is in the description of the video as well. We will be back on Wednesday. We will do one more. We'll hit our 25, and then we'll just have a little break. So that's my little bit of news. Thank you, all of you, for being here so far. Look, I hope you will find a way to keep yourselves amused. Run your own quizzes. Just make sure you come back, all right? I mean, steady. And the good thing is, if I get your details and then kind of lockdown begins to lift and we all want to go to bars and restaurants for our Saturday nights, well, then maybe if we do this monthly or every so often, then I've got details and I can just go, oh, we're going to do a Christmas one. Oh, how's about a Halloween one? Or that kind of thing. So you can all come back and we'll get the band back together every so often. Maybe we'll go on the road. I'll appear in Fresno and you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, we could take it on the road. We could do this wherever. So that's just a little bit of news, isn't it? Those of you that can, join me on Wednesday. We'll go out with a bang for now. But I dare say there'll be a bit more lockdown going on for quite a few of us. So they'll probably be back sooner than you've noticed I've gone. And just one other thing, if you're going to be missing me, or if some of you kind of like the tone of which this is all presented, I clicked onto BBC Radio 2 earlier. Lisa Tarbuck does her show every Saturday evening, plays bits of swing and jazz and all sorts of cool tunes. This whole style is pretty much her. I absolutely love her. I emulate as best I can because I love everything she does. She squeaks the toys and calls the dogs out and everything. So if you want to tune in to listening to Lisa instead of me, then you get some great tunes alongside her being really good fun. I just wanted to big her up because I love her and she does the big up and everything. Loads of you are signing up already. You're clicking the link and all you do, type your email address in. Done. It'll send you a confirmation. Just check your junk mail that it's not got in there. It's that easy. I won't be selling shit apart from this, obviously. So that would be lovely. The link is in the description of the thing, by the way. Right, before we get started for the second half, then, have you got your gin sours? I need to give me empty, don't I? My beautiful assistant's here, everybody. Say hi to Tom, everyone. There he is. There we go. Thank you very much. How will we know what day of the week it is? What, generally, Perry? I know, it's going to be a bit of an issue, isn't it? Shall I just drop everyone an email, just go, by the way, it's Saturday? Because you'd love that every few days. My goodness me. How's your gin sour looking? Ooh, look at that. Just a hiatus, yeah. Look at that. Amazing. Ooh. I feel like I'm going to drop this. Look at that. Thank you, Mr. Beautiful Assistant Thomas. Excuse me while I try my first gin sour. Oh, hello. It's got the old saliva glands working, isn't it? Oh, I think there's enough gin in here to sink a quiz show host. Tom has excelled himself, they're saying. And this is with aquafaba, the water from chickpeas, because my beautiful assistant likes his non-dairy and things. That's really good. It's an amazing crema as well, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, we'll do a cocktail night. We'll invite you all round to our flat in Tooting. I mean, we can fit about 6 people. You'll all squeeze in, it'll be fine. Right, shall we carry on then? Pink fizz for Jenny. Thank you, beautiful assistant. Top job. He's wearing his grey suit tonight. One of my favourites. Thank you, everybody. I hope you're enjoying a gin sour as well. Wherever you are, they are sweet and sour and fairly boozy. The Fall of Math, how have you not dropped it? Well, let's see how the next half an hour goes, shall we? Let's play the second half of our Saturday night Nick's Pub Quiz. Tis a vegan gin sour. I made that sound like its own word, doesn't it? Tis a vegan gin sour. Right. Don't know what accent that was either. Can I get a shout out from Michael called Security Sanford? Sure. Can Tom take over and do a cocktail hour? That's an alternative, isn't it? We are going to start our second half with some interrupters once again. Oh, the controversy that these cause. I like it. I want the right answer, really. That's all that matters. It's all that's ever mattered in the whole shebang. Sorry, just, yeah, trying to get to it, and Caroline's beaten me to it. Nicely done. Thank you, Caroline. Excellent moderation. So these are your interrupters. We're going to start the second half with 5 of these. If you're not familiar with them, we've been doing them for the last 3 or 4. Excuse me. If I was to say, basically, we're looking for the most obvious answer. So if I say, which mountain? Everest, clearly. The question might be, which Italian sports car manufacturer? Clearly, Ferrari. Don't start yet, Mark's still making his cocktails. It's all right, we're still explaining, Mark. So you get the idea as to how these work. I call them interrupters. It sounds like the question's been interrupted. And we've got 5 new ones to start the second half. So here we go. Eyes down for a full house. It is the second half of Nick's Pub Quiz, and this is question 21. Which Scottish tennis player Yeah. Question 22. Which sprinter Question 22. Which sprinter? Yep, probably that answer. Probably that one you just said. Yep. Write it down. Probably is, yep. Ooh. Some beats going past the window. Question 23. Which fantasy kingdom? Question 23. Which fantasy kingdom? Wicked Wednesday Crow. Question 24. Which Irish band? Question 24. Which Irish band? And question 25. Which physicist and author? Question 25. Which physicist and author? And those are your interrupters. Oh, generational disagreement about the Irish band? Really? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Yes, Dazzling Daz. Should be Bewitched. So your interrupters, one more time. 21, which Scottish tennis player? 22, which sprinter? 23, which fantasy kingdom? 24, which Irish band? 25, which physicist and author? Okay. Question 26. We're back to normal-ish questions now, as normal as mine ever get. Anyway, what colour pill does Neo swallow in The Matrix? Yes. Question 26. What colour pill does Neo swallow in The Matrix? Diane Delahunty, no discussion to be had. Indeed. Oh, my gin sour's going all bubbly, look. Oh, yes. Wow. That was a Boris Johnson noise. Fwah! Don't have a gin sour, you'll turn into a twat. Goodness indeed. 27. 26. Which colour pill does Neo swallow in The Matrix? Giggles. Question, I'd love to do a quiz with Lisa Tarbuck. Oh, she's my idol. 27, if anyone knows her, get her to me. 27, in which US city has the mayor changed a road name to Black Lives Matter Plaza? That is question 27. In which US city has the mayor changed a road name to Black Lives Matter Plaza? That's question 27. Is there a second one? Well, I wasn't aware, so the first one. It's now become a semi-interrupter question. So that's question 27. In which US city has the mayor changed a road name to Black Lives Matter Plaza? Yes, Joe. All tweet Lisa Tarbuck and say, on one of your radio shows, you should get Nick to come in and do a pub quiz. Yeah, do that. 28. Does the this is 50-50 for your team. Does the gravitational pull from the Earth increase or decrease with higher altitude? Does the gravitational pull from the Earth increase or decrease with higher altitude? That's question 28. She might not do Twitter. Just send it to @radio, BBC Radio 2, whatever their thing is. Oh, I'll be on the Twitter. Yeah, and I don't know if she does do Twitter, does she? Can't remember. You need to find out who the producer of her show is. That's the secret. That's the decision maker. Wow, this has become a real guerrilla warfare effort, hasn't it? So that was question 28. Does the gravitational pull from the Earth increase or decrease with higher altitude? 29, and some of you may have heard this. It's called a ditloid. 2 ditloids. Yes! If you're new to ditloids, the clue will be something like, let me think of one. 18H on a GC. 18H on a GC. And the answer would be 18 holes on a golf course. Exactly. You've got the hang of it. So I've got 2 clues for you. You'll put 2 answers and we'll give you 2 points. That's how it works. All right. So here are your 2 ditloids for your Saturday night. 8C on a C. 8C on a C. Yes. 10E in a D is your second one. So 8C on a C and 10E in a D. Excuse me. Those are your 2 ditloids. For question 29, I'm going to just give you a few little moments to... there we go. Caroline's put it up there. You stop at the quiz shop. No. Okay, so if anyone wasn't listening at half time and you went to have a little whittle or make a gin sour, we're going to have a little break, a little hiatus. Wednesday, we will hit 25. How did we get there? Amazing. It's down to you guys. Keep coming back. Otherwise, I'd have stopped. So thank you. And then we'll just have a little hiatus, a little break, and we'll come back after I've lied down in a darker room for a bit. I had a meltdown yesterday when I cracked a picture frame. It's just given me a bit of a... I think I just need a bit of... Yeah. That's all. 8 cows on a cruise. Wrong answers here are my favourite. Yes, Steph. Correct. No. Where would they go? Where would cows on a cruise go? To Manchester. That's rubbish. Clues. You want clues, do you? For your ditloid, you always want clues, Laura Cusack. You put clue as soon as I've said them. Mesopotamia, Beth. Yes. They go to cows. Of course they go to cows. Or just Ibiza, as Karen suggests. Which reminds me of a moment where my niece caught me out years ago. Don't know if I've shared that with you before. I may have done. Anyway, clues. I'm going to say, I don't know what the word is for that, or do I? It's not trigonometry. No, that's triangles and rubbish, isn't it? Shapes. First one. Second one, sport. Done. All right, 30. Which American gangster was known by the nickname Scarface? New York, Francesca. Of course, that's where they'd go. Very good. New York, I'm never going to sing that the same again. Second one is easy, no clue required, said Jenny. Question 30. Which American gangstar, I've written gangstar with an A. Great. Which American gangstar was known by the nickname Scarface? Oh, this is doing the job, isn't it? Never before has there been such a visual deterioration of Nick in the pub quiz. Lovely. Geometry. Thank you, Chris. Just the geometry bit. Yeah, good. I think so, yeah. All right, we'll move into the music ones then. Question 30 was the American gangster known by the nickname Scarface. We'll now move into our little music round, which, as you well know, has no music in it whatsoever. But we will guess the years. Once again, they are of successive decades. I'm going to name 3 artists and songs. You are going to hopefully tell me what year they were released. If they chime with significant events in your life, then you stand a better chance, clearly. Question 31. Prince, Get Off. Prince, Get Off. Not an order, that was the artist and song. Prince, Get Off is number 31. What year was that released? Number 32, Womanizer, Britney Spears. What year was that released? And Stupid Love, Lady Gaga. What year was that released? That is 31, 32 and 33. 31, Prince, Get Off. 32, Britney Spears, Womanizer. And 33, Stupid Love, Lady Gaga. Or as predictive text always wants you to write, Lady Gags. Same way it always corrects hay fever to gay fever. Used to, anyway. I'm going to be drunk with indigestion. Ooh. I'll do the rest of the quiz like this. Shall we move on to the lyrics? Here are the lyrics then. Question 34. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. I want to know the title of the song then for question 34, and these are the lyrics. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. That's question 34. Sport for the second one. Steph Franklin. Sport was the clue for the second one. That's your first lyric then. Question 34. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And now, the lyrics for question 35. Ready? Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Ooh. 35. Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I want the song, the artist, is for your own little pat on the back. But just the song will do me. All right, so we're good with those. Best lyric so far, says Hannah. Good. I found your level. So yeah, 34, I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. 35, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Let us move on. All right, good, happy, ready? As happy as you'll be. as we'll all be. 36. Who provides the voice of Stewie Griffin in Family Guy? Strong work, Caroline, on getting those lyrics down. She's very good, isn't she? You would struggle to get an assistant as good. 36. Who provides the voice of Stewie Griffin in Family Guy? Cheers to you, old fruit. Amy, don't be embarrassed to know all the lyrics to 35. That is excellent. I'd like to be on a dance floor with you as you demonstrate such a talent. Question 36. Who provides the voice of Stewie Griffin in Family Guy? Question 37. What is the... This is a tricky old one, but, you know, have a go. What's the top grossing James Bond film to date? What is the top grossing James Bond film to date? Do you know what? A few of you have just messaged, will Tom and Caroline be furloughed? What's funny is that some of my closest... There's my closest friend, Tom and Caroline. They're a couple. There's other people called Tom and Caroline. So I'm like, why are all these people talking about Tom and Caroline getting furloughed? Are they friends of theirs? Do they know? Tom and Caroline. Yes. No, I'll keep paying them. They're too good. I can't afford to lose them, as you well know. What would we do? Come on, team. They will be kept on full pay of nothing at all. Yes. What's the top grossing James Bond film to date? That's your question 37. Question 38. At which venue is the British Grand Prix held? Laura wants a Nick's pub quiz pub crawl. That'd be fun. Question 38. At which venue is the British Grand Prix held? 10 elephants on a duvet. It is, Victoria. Very good. Question 38. At which venue is the British Grand Prix held? Pub crawl, yes. I've still got quite a lot of it to go, look. I should get through it for your benefit, just so you can see the state of it before you all go home. It's good. Everyone's up for it. Are they really, Laura? Question 39. Only if the pub crawl ends at the clubhouse. Clapham High Street is where our clubhouse is. Are you coming with us? You only get let in if you're wearing a rainbow snood. Question 39. Which fruit is used to make a porn star martini? Which fruit is used to make a porn star martini? Martini! It's got to be the favourite drink of the Ewoks, right? Or no, it was the Jawas, wasn't it? It's not the Ewoks, the Jawas. Martini! It'll have to end in the back of a wardrobe, of course, Big Bomb, 1976. Do we all know someone that's been so drunk they've got up and in the middle of the night and thought a wardrobe was the... I know a few people who've done that. And that's not a, I know a friend. I've not done that. But, yeah, impressive. Googling where to buy a rainbow snood. Yeah, well, knots and buttons. That's where. Laundry basket. Oh, okay. My twin brother. You see, plenty of you know people who've done that little indiscretion. Or large indiscretion. So that was 39. Which fruit is used to make a porn star martini? That's a man thing, says Lizzie. It is. Very much so. Although Jenny says, I've peed in a wardrobe, Don't tell my son. Ah, very good. Mass purchase this year. Well, look, Knots and Buttons made this for me, by the way, requiring no kickback, like whatever. Obviously, I was going to wear it to show you guys, but they've been absolutely lovely. And they make them for dogs and all sorts. But it's nice, isn't it? So, bit of Nick's Pub Quiz love back in their direction. It's been part of my set dressing all the time, so feel free to ask. Keep them very busy. All right, just a reminder then, it's my question 39 reminder of the paypal.me/rugbymedia link to drop in a contribution. You are all so good at doing it. I know, really, I don't need to remind you, but just for any newbies here, I'm normally a sports commentator on rugby and other bits and pieces, so this is my main job now, doing this a couple of times a week. I am going to take a little break after Wednesday, but yeah, if you can afford a quid or two just to drop it into the hat, like the busker rule, if you've stopped long enough to be entertained or to take part, then a quid or two would be lovely. So paypal.me/rugby media, that is in the description, and my assistant Caroline's popped it there. Okay, question 40 then. What does a Geiger counter detect? What does a Geiger counter detect? That's your question 40 on your Saturday night Nick's Pub Quiz. I'm lining up the full intro tune here rather than the half one, because I think it means it. It's going to be our last Saturday for just a short while. Just a short while. I'm sure of it. Question 40, what does a Geiger counter detect? Make sure you've filled in your little bits and pieces, because those are your 40 questions for your Saturday night Nick's Pub Quiz. Okay, let's do the answers for that second half then. We will start with the interrupters, as that is how it started. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, all of you who are contributing. It means an awful lot, and you are so lovely for doing so. I mean it. It's amazing. Question 21 then. Which Scottish tennis player, Sir Andy Murray, you didn't need to put the sir, he is a sir though. Andy Murray, question 21. Question 2, which sprinter, Usain Bolt? Yes. 23, which fantasy kingdom, Narnia? Obviously. Question 24, which Irish band, Diane? U2. Yep. Question 25, which physicist and author, Stephen Hawking? Well done, 5 out of 5. I bloomin' hope so. No, you see, not your Westlifes, no. It's just the wrong answer. 26, what colour pill does Neo swallow in The Matrix? It's red. Red, good. Question 27, in which US city has the mayor changed the road name to Black Lives Matter Plaza? It is Washington. Washington. Question 27. 28. Does the gravitational pull from the Earth increase or decrease with higher altitude? Decrease. It was a 50-50. If you put decrease, well done. Have a point. We're on to the Ditloids then. 8. C on a C, 10 E in a D. When I came across one or almost both of these, I thought, they're sort of semi-obviously ones that I feel like we should have covered by now after, well, what will clearly be almost 50 of them. But no, I thought they were all right. 8 corners on a cube. Yeah, cheeky. Bit of geometry. Thank you, Chris. And 10 events in a decathlon. We mentioned a heptathlon earlier, didn't we? But yeah, 8 corners on a cube, 10 events in a decathlon, or 8 cows on a cruise to New York. If you put any of those 3 answers, give yourself a point. 2 points for that one. Question 30. Which American gangster was known by the nickname Scarface? Al Capone. Al Capone, your answer to 30. All right, now we name the years. for 31, 32 and 33. I'm afraid the Dubliners is not the right answer. They are historic. They are amazing. They are folk. They are fantastic. They are not the Irish band. Question 31. Name the year in my opinion. That's all that matters tonight. Prince, Get Off. What year? 1991. 1991, Prince, Get Off. 32, Womanizer, Britney Spears. How many years did we have to go? 2008. 2008. Get half a point if you're a year either side. So if you said 1990 or 1992 for Prince, Get Off, I bet some of you put that in the 80s and it's screwed yourselves from there on, hasn't it? Yeah, and Britney Spears, 2007, 2009, have half a point. Stupid Love, Lady Gaga. Oh, have I errored myself? I might have made an error here, haven't I? It's been a while since I've done one of these. Because that would technically be the next decade, wouldn't it? Anyway, Lady Gaga's 2020. Give yourself a point for question 33, because I think there might be a bit of operator error there. Yeah, the years have done you in early. Well, just have a point for 33, because I made a mistake there, haven't I? So just have one there. Anyway, Stupid Love, Lady Gaga 2020. If you put that, then great, well done. You're better than me. It's Nick's Pub Quiz. This happens all the time, doesn't it? So question 34. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. It's something stupid, like all of this. Yeah, Frank and Nancy Sinatra, or you may have had Robbie and Nicole, but that was irrelevant. I just wanted the song title Something Stupid. Which was question 34. The lyrics for 35, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. In my DJ days, it's that opening couple of bars that just brings everyone to the dance floor. Jump Around is the answer. Jump Around. House of Pain happened to be the artist, but yeah, Jump Around is the answer I wanted for question 35. So Something Stupid and Jump Around for your two lyric questions. Question 36. Who provides the voice of Stewie Griffin in Family Guy? It is Seth MacFarlane. Question 37. What's the top grossing James Bond film to date? How did you do on this one? It is going to be one of the more recent ones, of course. It's Skyfall, apparently. Skyfall, the answer to question 37. So Seth MacFarlane, the voice of Stewie Griffin. Skyfall for number 37. 38. At which venue is the British Grand Prix held? It's Silverstone. Hopefully you got that one. Question 39. Which fruit is used to make a porn star martini? It's passion fruit. Passion fruit. Sometimes they light it up for you as well. Passion fruit is your answer to question 39. And question 40. Sorry, Kate, can we borrow Tom to make us a cocktail next Saturday night? Because you can visually see what's happening. Good. Question 40. What does a Geiger counter detect? Radioactivity, radiation, any of the above will do you very nicely. Is it not a banana? No, it's not a banana. It is passion fruit. Let's see your scores for your Saturday night Nick's Pub Quiz. Cheers. It's a 30 for Comfortably Done, 33 for Lockdown Legends, 33 for the Hertfordshire Massive and Valencia. 32 for Laura Cusack, 34 the best ever score for the Oval Invincibles. 33 better than expected after the first half. Bye until Wednesday from the Diddery Dodderers, missing you already, 33 points, God bless you. 35 a PB from Louise Palmer. I would have gone with Coconut, says Stuart, who knows what his score is. 30 for the Bogner Bonzos, 25 for Me Solo Quizzle Kick Not So Bad. Didn't really understand that. 29 for the Bexley Bing Bongs, better than Buckaroo, 32.5. Nick Medcroft, 34, is very happy with that. Cece's got 33.5. Stu, Lou, Elliot and Adele, 36. Solo effort, 20 out of 40. 26 for James and Rachel. 40 questions. It's my 40th birthday. Have a great 40th birthday tomorrow, Kate. Still 30 after a recount. You tried your best. What else have we got? 32.5 for Milo's Massive. Dave and Hannah and the crew. Lovely to have you with me. 33 for the Ljubljana crew. Angela's got 24.5 with the Samoans crew. Who else have we got? 35 for Ljubljana. 38 for the Peters family, 31.5 for the Titans. Toughy this week, yeah, sort of a few, some that were dead easy maybe, and some that were downright nasty. But hey, that's the mix-up you expect from me these days, isn't it? 32 from Francie Pants, bonsoir. Greg and Lizzie, 38.5, very good team. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for another quiz. You're very, very welcome. Google Brothers 40. Well, some of you are Googling all the answers and making that your challenge to learn. And if I'm here to facilitate that in that way, that's fine too. Yeah, listen, I hope you are all managing to get through what is obviously a little cooler period. Certainly here in the UK, we've got a bit of rain and stuff. People have put the fire on, they've turned the heating on. Tell you what though, you can really heat yourself up as you go a steady shade of pink with a lovely gin sour. Caroline's just popped through the MailChimp link again. It would be great if you want to join that. I genuinely am not going to spam you. The only time you'll hear from me is when I go, by the way, going to do a quiz in a bit. And I'll give you a few days notice and we'll get the band back together. But this isn't the last one. We will be back on Wednesday. To any of you that are doing maybe your last live one with me tonight, thank you so much for being here and enjoying it live with me. You can enjoy the next one, of course, at your leisure if you can't do the midweek stuff. Yeah, other than that, we will be back on Wednesday for Nick's Pub Quiz number 25. How did that happen? What's the theme for Wednesday? We haven't got. Should we come up with a theme for Wednesday? Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but I can't. I mean, all right. Well, we're the sort of Wicked Wednesday crew, which is sort of 90. Oh, I don't know. I need more time to think. I can't do this. I can't. Don't rush me. We're not doing black tie, Joe. That's far too formal for a Wednesday evening. Floral. There's plenty of you coming up with suggestions here. Pride. Well, I think, we might come back in a couple of weeks and do a Pride one at the very least. I think that would be appropriate to do. So, look, thank you all. It's lovely to have had all of your warm reactions to the fact that I'm going to have a little bit of a break. And those of you that are very supportive of that, it's very, very kind. Yeah. We'll see you on Wednesday for our last one for a little bit of a while. In the meantime, let's cue that up for my standard finish. Bedtime very shortly, clearly. Cheers all. It's been your Saturday night. Saturday night. This is for a quiz. Cheers. Oh. I think my tongue's gone numb.